Well, guys, I'm back. I have finally survived Mr. Matthew, the big badass Hurricane Matthew. I made a deal with him. I said, hey, Matthew, do me a favor, man. Can you just bypass me? Or just go out along the edges. Don't go with a direct hit. Do with a subliminal hit. Just go around. And it says, all right, no problem. I said, thank you. And he asked me, why you do not want me to go through? I said, man, I got to do some Gears of War 4 comparison. So if you could please just avoid me. And he did. He did. All right, guys, so this is it. This is Gears of War 4. This is the menu title right here. This is the upscaled version on the Xbox One S. And the way I'm going to work with this video is the first 5 minutes it's going to be the upscaled version. You're going to see exactly the same thing you're seeing here for the first 5 minutes, and the next following 5 minutes we're going to go ahead just with 1080p, just pure 1080p, okay? And I will show you the comparison. And in second video I'm going to go ahead and do a my own color calibration and picture calibration, my own. Without any further ado, let's go ahead, let's start. Alright, so this is campaign mode. We're gonna go through the campaign really quick. We'll do a solo. We'll do a new chapter. Here we go. We'll do a casual, because remember, I'm doing a test. We're not doing a walkthrough, we're just doing a test, and there won't be any spoilers here.
And we're back. Finally today, in New Ephyra, First Minister Jin commemorated the 25th anniversary of the end of the Locust War.
Today, we are humbled by the presence of 2 generations of men and women who braved every danger, who fought the battles that made us what we are, including the most pivotal encounter of the Pendulum Wars, the Ashbow Fields.
Santiago! I'll spare you the inspirational speech, Private. You know what to do. Yes, sir. All right, let's do this. We take down those towers, cripple their communications, then raid the lab. Command wants the Hammer of Dawn, Command gets the Hammer of Dawn. Whoa!
Well, I can tell you from beginning of this chapter, the game looks very nice and smooth.
Once we take out the Dawn towers, this entire base is cut off. Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know if this game is running on a 60 frames per second.
Got Indies!
I'm not sure, but it seems like it does.
Get into cover! Nice shot! Got them! Hurry!
Alright, so what we're going to do pretty soon is we're going to switch back to 1080p. And then we're going to examine and see the difference. Oh, I missed him.
Way to go, Private! Keep pushing! Tower's just ahead!
Alright, so let's go ahead and let's switch back to 1080p right over here.
Nature's waiting.
So I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to 1080p. This is 2160p upscaled, so we're gonna go ahead and switch back to 1080p. Okay, just to show you that we are at 1080p resolution right now, and we're gonna check it out in about a couple of seconds. Okay, so here we are, 1080p right there in the middle. You guys can see it. Let's resume. Let's see how well it works. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can clearly see the jagged edges are more present here.
Come on, push up.
And another thing I noticed, and this is me doing a test, I noticed that the frame rate looks a little bit smoother, like a little bit faster when you turn back to 1080p. Like for example right here.
Gotta move.
It looks much faster. Alright, let's keep doing this. And then I'm gonna switch back to upscaled 4K. Okay, I switched back to 4K upscale. And I can see a little bit of slowdown in the frame rate. I mean, that's acceptable because remember guys, when you're upscaling something, there is going to be some slowdown in frame rates. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna move in the camera closer and show you those jagged edges. The difference between upscale 4K smooth edges and then 1080p jagged edges. Here we go. Okay, this is upscaled to 4K, and you clearly see the trees are much smoother. You can barely see any jagged edges right here. So we'll keep it like this, and then I'll switch back to 1080p, and you'll see a drastic difference in jagged edging. Like I call it jagged edging. You see a lot of edging. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're back with 1080p resolution. And one thing I do notice is there's a lot of jagged edging here. And you lose a little bit of real estate. Everything becomes more bigger and wider. And that shows you that the TV upscaling sucks. It's not that good. Like clearly right here, you can see it. Hold on. Let me show you. Look. Look at those jagged edges, man. Even on him right here, you'll see it. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to keep it like this. In about 3 seconds, I'm going to go back to upscaled 4K. And you'll see how smooth everything's going to be. And you'll see this tower will become much more, not smaller, but it'll have more view to it, more real estate. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And clearly here you see you get more real estate. It's much smoother, you know. The quality is just much smoother right here. Even the character right here, you can see how smooth his helmet is and everything. And even if I zoom out, you'll see just how smooth everything is when you're doing the upscaled 4K. This is why I always tell people it's hard for you to judge through camera on your YouTube video. But what I see with my own 2 eyes, I'm telling you that Xbox One S does a little bit smoother. I didn't say it's the holy freaking grail. I said it does a little bit smoother and better job upscaling. And if you guys don't believe me and you can't sink it into your head to believe me, then go right ahead. Go to Forbes. Read the Forbes article. Or if you're just a PC Master Racer guy, or if you're just a PlayStation pony boy, there's nothing I can do about that. I cannot change your mind. Just remember, I don't work for Microsoft. I'm not a fanboy, okay? I have every freaking console you can think of. Right here. There. Does that make me a fanboy? There's a VU on top of it. Right there, right next to the PlayStation 4. And there's the old Xbox One. So how can I be a fanboy? Alright, we'll continue part 2 with calibration, alright? Part 2 is coming out. Thank